And we're live, everybody. Welcome in. It is Thursday, August 31st, 7:30 p.m. Central, and we just got news that Tesla has unveiled their brand new Model 3 refresh. Can't remember the last time we did a live stream. I feel like this is a perfect situation to sit down and hang out for a little bit and talk about this brand new car from Tesla. Before we move further, make sure you can hear me and see me okay in the comment section below. And let's go ahead and get started right away. So let me go ahead and share my screen. All this data comes from the man who never sleeps, Sawyer Merritt, friend of the show. He's always keeping up on all kinds of EV news, and I really thank him for all the work he does. The dude never sleeps. He just never sleeps, and he's always going to put out tweets about, Tesla and all this good stuff. So let's go ahead and make this a little bit bigger so it's a little bit easier for you to see this. So breaking, Tesla has officially introduced the all-new Model 3, the car's first major refresh in 6 years. Here's a few pictures of the car before we move on to the thread from Sawyer. Here's what it looks like from the front. Pretty slick looking. You can see that the headlights are quite different from the previous ones, and I'll show you pictures of the old one so you can see the difference as well. The backlights are also different. You got this nice sweeping thing right. That actually looks really good. I love that look right there. That's a taillight from the car. Here's like a rear quarter angle for the car as well. Looks like they kept the chrome delete on the chrome. And looks like new wheels too. That looks pretty sick. The back, you can kind of see there, it's a little bit more, looks a little bit more sporty to my eyes. And then we have the interior as well, which now has this LED light that goes all around the cabin, which you'll see a little bit better pictures about what's going on there. And it looks like the dash is a little bit different. This area looks a little bit different to me. The doors look different. Quite a bit of different changes. So let's go ahead and look at the thread and see what are the things we're seeing from this model. The range has increased by 12%. So if it was a 200 and call it 70 mile range car, it's now about 300 miles. And we can sort of sit down and look at a little bit more details about that. Here's another shot of the car from a different angle in a different color. Tesla has changed 50% of the parts on the car. Tesla is also releasing 2 new colors, Ultra Red and Stealth Gray. So we just saw red, and now we're also seeing the gray right here. Right from the front, brand new headlights. Really like the look of that LED. Let me know what you think about that in the comments section below. The logo's right there, Tesla.com, if you want to buy the car. There is now ambient LED lighting in the interior. It looks like a spaceship. Here's a different viewpoint for this. This was also in some of the Cybertruck pictures that we were seeing out and about in the wild, where the cabin looks like it was surrounded by LEDs. But here you got a front LED that goes around the car. You can kind of see how the dash looks different from the previous versions as well. Then you also got brand new steering wheel. The center console has been redesigned as well. Tesla now uses real metal when you touch, giving a more premium feel. The materials inside the car in general have been improved. Here's a picture of the steering wheel, and there's a few interesting things about this specific picture. Number one is that this right here, I wonder how people are going to feel about this. What's missing? Stalks. Why is that? They have blinkers right here, right? So that's a very easy way for us to tell just by, they might be hiding behind the wheel, but we know they're not there because not all the buttons on the stalks are now part of the steering wheel. Controversial decision. I know some people are not a huge fan of the removal of stalks. So let me know what you think about that in the comment section below. But here you got the blinkers. Here you got the headlights. You got your usual scroll wheel on the left, scroll wheel on the right. Looks like a video type thing there. The cruise control, wipers, voice commands, and the right scroll wheel on that steering wheel. And then here's a different view of the interior. Here you got, it looks like a brand new sort of central area for the car as well, where you can put your cup holders and whatever. That looks different to me. That looks about the same to me for the charging ports and all that good stuff. But look, the materials may have been upgraded. Tesla has achieved a 30% decrease in wind and ambient noise, 25% improvement in impact noise, and 20% improvement in road noise. Tesla has added acoustic glass to the rear windows. There's also more sound insulation in the car. There's an uptick in the hood to let wind go over more quietly. So you kind of see the theme here is sort of making the Model 3 a little bit more luxurious, a little bit more sort of up to date to the with the current sort of thing as far as standards go when it comes to the car in this price range. Here's a different view in the usual blue. I really like those headlights, man. These headlights look exactly the same as the HIGHLAND picture that was leaked months ago now, I feel like. We'll go and try to find that picture, but Looks like that leak was very much accurate as far as what the car was going to look like. Tesla has upgraded the suspension by fitting new springs and dampers. They've changed the geometry of the front suspension and changed the way they mount the subframe to the chassis. The tires are also more cushioning. Again, more steps to sort of beef up and make the ride a little bit more luxurious. The main screen is now brighter and more responsive. Looks like the screen to me looks like they just upgraded the hardware, the internals maybe to get it a little bit more modern. The Model 3 real seats officially have their own screen, just like the Model S. This is a pretty big change. Again, sort of going with the theme of making the car feel a little bit more luxurious, getting it to be a little bit more premium. That's only available right now in the Model S and X, and now the Model 3 has it, which means the Model Y is the only car without it. And with the Cybertruck launches, probably that car is going to have that as well. Their front and rear seats are more comfortable. The front seats finally have the ventilation feature. All seats are perforated. So if you're someone like me who gets nice and sweaty in the summer, this is probably something that you very much enjoy. And the new Model 3 is 8% more efficient because it is now the most aerodynamic Tesla. The drag coefficient is 0.219 CDs, coefficient of drag for those nerds out there just like me. And here's a different angle. This looks different to me, eh? Maybe it's just me. Somebody confirm with me. I don't know if they have a new thing going on here, but man, I really like the look of that rear headlight, the backlight. Let me know what you guys think of this look. This looks pretty sharp to me. The new Model 3 goes on sale in October. The main screen has slimmer bezels for more usable screen area. The rear screen is 8 inches. You can control the climate, ventilation, and infotainment from here. And more info in this video. So if you click on this, let's see what happens here. This is brand new. Oh, CarWow got the car. Why don't you guys go there? Go check it out and see if we can find something new over there. Let's see what they're. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Let me see. Let me throw on these headphones and see what this gentleman from CarWow is saying. I really enjoy CarWow, by the way. If you guys haven't listened to him before, make sure you can hear. Let me refresh. Let me reshare this so we can all hear what's going on. Should we just watch the video? What do you guys think? Should we watch it together? Let me know in the comment section below if we should just watch it together. It's about 8 minutes long. Let me know, because I might just start playing it now. I'll start playing it. You guys tell me if you don't want to watch it.
Model 3. This is the new Tesla Model 3. And Tesla has changed around 50% of the parts on this car to make it more stylish, more aerodynamic, more efficient, more luxurious, more comfortable, and more safer. Sorry, that should just be safer. Anyhow, in this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about this car. I'm Matt Watson, and you're watching CarWow. Buy, sell,
Thank you, Matt Watson.
Let's start off with the stylish bit. So one of the big changes here at the front are to the lights. They're now slimmer and sleeker than before and have more prominent LED daytime running lights. They've got a bit more Audi with the headlights. Also, they've done away with the old fog lamp and the vent at the side here. Now you've just got this one big central vent. I think the car looks a little bit more aggressive than before, less fish-like. Do you know what? I think there's a little bit of the hint of the Hyundai Ioniq 6 about it. Or maybe, if I'm being a bit kinder, an Aston Martin Vantage. From the side, the Model 3 is very similar to before because this is actually a mid-life facelift, not an all-new car. However, there are some new alloy wheel designs. So you get 18 and 19 inches, and the 19s, which is what these are, have these special slats inserted there, which make the wheels look a little bit larger than normal. Also, there's two new paint schemes. There's an ultra red, which is very similar to what you get on the new Tesla Model S, and then this stealth grey, which is pretty nice. Finally, around the back, there are some new taillights, and they're no longer split like on the previous car. That means that when you open the tailgate, Finally, around the back, there are some new taillights, and they're no longer split like on. Finally,
it looks so
around the
much
back,
better to me.
there
The
are some new taillights, and they're no longer split like on the previous car. That means that when you open the tailgate, the lights go completely. Also, this lower part of the bumper has been redesigned as well, and you've got these fog lights integrated into them. Here on the inside, there is a new dash design. The general idea is the same with this large landscape screen and the
other thing I noticed here, you can see that the wood is missing in the previous one. This adds cost, this right here. So you can see by them yanking that out, there's going to be way cheaper materials here, and I bet you they worked on implementation as well. So that's a pretty good, pretty smart cost-cutting option, which I bet you no one's going to miss this. Well, maybe some people will. But this looks very modern up here.
The general idea is the same with this large landscape screen and the very minimalist dash. However, the design of it is different. You've got LED lighting up there. This panel here, you can actually personalize it with different materials and colors. You've got this big central vent. Also, the steering wheel is different. So now you've got the indicators on there. So there's no stalks at all on this car. You used to have the indicators on a stalk and the cruise control on a stalk as well. The horn is also now on the center of the steering wheel, which makes it easier to...
Yes! Oh, people hated that.
If there's an emergency. Other changes include a redesign of the center console. Got these aluminium bits here to make it feel a bit more expensive. And Tesla claim they have improved the quality of the materials inside this car. It does feel a little bit better than before. But the improvement in quality isn't just for show. You see, Tesla chose the materials, their ability to absorb noise as well, because one of the ways to make the car more quiet and comfortable to travel in is to stop noises vibrating around the cabin. Also, they've stopped noise entering to the cabin in the first place. So the old Model 3 had acoustic glass on the windscreen and the front windows, but now it has it on the rear windows and the back window.
Great.
They've also fitted more sound insulation to the car. There's also a little uptick in the bonnet to help deflect wind over the windscreen. Also, what they've done is fitted some new...
That probably helps with the coefficient of drag too, right here. Just getting the flow of air to be smoother through the car and not have it sort of hit a wall against the windshield. Smart.
Deflect wind over the windscreen. Also, what they've done is fitted some new tyres specifically developed for this car, which reduce road noise. The overall effect of this, according to Tesla, is a 30% improvement in wind noise and ambient noise, which means basically if you pull up at the traffic lights and there's a truck chugging along next to you, it should reduce that kind of noise coming into the cabin. Also, there's a 25% improvement in impact noises, which is basically noise from your suspension, and a 20% improvement in road noise.
So a more luxurious, more upscale ride. And I have a lot of thoughts about that once this video wraps, because it signals to what's to come down the road with the compact car.
Another way Tesla has tried to make this Model 3 feel more luxurious is to improve the suspension. So the old Model 3 was pretty good at dealing with bigger bumps, but it would tend to fidget over imperfections in the road. So to try to address this, what Tesla have done is upgraded the suspension. So they've fitted new springs and dampers. They've altered the geometry of the front suspension. They've changed the way they're mounting the subframes to the actual chassis with more bonding points, and they've uprated the bushings as well. They've even worked on the tyres, so as well as improving road noise, these tyres are apparently more cushioning, so they help iron out some of the bumps in the road. Obviously, Tesla has updated the technology on the Model 3. So you've got a new screen. The dimensions are the same as before, and the processor behind it is the same as before, but the screen itself is now brighter and more responsive. You've also got the new Airway 2.0 system, so that's the ventilation system which has been upgraded. And now, unlike before, you can actually turn off the passenger air system if you want to, or turn it on again. So if you or your passenger can't agree on what fan speed to have, that's not a problem anymore at all. Tesla have also improved the Bluetooth in this car. So before you had one central system with a collection of microphones, now you have two systems, one on each side, so you should have better audio phone calls. They've also improved the Wi-Fi connectivity, so you can do things like download stuff while parked slightly further away from your house and the router. They've improved the connectivity to your phone, so when you're using your phone as your key, the car will recognize.
Why is this phone so big? What is that?
As your phone while you're further away from the vehicle as well.
Giant
Another
brick.
thing they've done is updated the stereo for even more bass and punch, and it now has 17 speakers instead of 14 speakers. As before, you've got wireless charging here, and then
You can never have enough speakers, y'all.
underneath the center console, there is a USB-C port which can charge at 65 watts. So underneath the center console, there is a USB-C port which can charge at 65 watts. So you can actually charge a laptop off it. You've also got 2 USB-C ports here in the back as well. But the big news is this screen here for rear passengers. So they can do things like control the stereo, the climate control here in the rear, and they can even watch movies and play games on that screen.
Great if you have kids and if you want to entertain people in the back, obviously. It was only a Model S and X, and that's a Model 3.
Tesla has also updated the geometry of the seats to make them a little bit more reclined and comfortable, though I still do find them a little bit too close to the floor, so your knees are quite high up and you can't really stretch your feet out underneath the seat in front. However, the seats are now perforated, which looks a little bit more expensive. However, the perforations in the front actually serve a purpose, because now the front seats aren't only heated, they're also ventilated with cool air. The final major thing that Tesla's changed on this car is the efficiency. Now, they actually haven't done anything to the motors nor the batteries. However, they have been able to improve the car's efficiency by up to 8% by improved aerodynamics. So those styling changes aren't just for show, they actually improve the car's aerodynamics. And the drag coefficient has now gone down to 0.219 CD from 0.225 CD for the old car. And that makes the new Tesla Model 3 the most aerodynamic Tesla you can get. So what does the efficiency improvement mean to the car's range? Well, the rear-wheel drive version will be capable of 554 kilometers, and the dual motor long-range version 678 kilometers. And if you want,
somebody write that down. 554
and the dual motor long-range version 678.
554 678. Can somebody do the math for me in the comment section for miles, please? Thank you so much.
8 kilometers. And if you want that in miles, it's these figures.
Wow. But that's I bet you that's on the European cycle test. I have a hard time believing that's the US range. Yeah, it's NEDC. Yeah, I don't think it's the United States version. So you probably have to cut it by another 15% or so.
Now, the car will go on sale in Europe in October. However, in the UK, we're going to have to wait until sometime next year, an unspecified time next year. We always get shortchanged by Tesla. However, we shouldn't be able to complain about the pricing too much, because the car's not really going to go up in price when it does go on sale. So that means it's going to start from around £42,000. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like. Let me know what you think about.
Thank you very much, CarWow. That was awesome. Great breakdown. A lot of comments I have about this car. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. £42,000 is the price, not the weight. So let's go back here. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Amazing. It's a premiere. Yeah, he's not live. There's on YouTube, you can like set a video to premiere for a little bit later. Will X be integrated into the car? I don't know. Probably at some point in the future, I'm going to guess. X, formerly known as Twitter. So when does it come with the US? That's a great question. I'm guessing soon. It's interesting that Europe got the video first, sort of like a marketing material out there. We got Wow. Are they being wanted now? Are they being manufactured in Fremont or only Shanghai? I believe they're being manufactured in Fremont and Shanghai. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm quite confident that's the case. They hit it out of the park. I've had it 3, 4, 5 years, and I want one. Fantastic. It's really impressive. I would love to see it. The interior at night, me too. Those LED lights look pretty sick. I like it. Yeah, me too. Back of it kind of looks like a BMW. He doesn't like it. No problem at all. Yeah, I love that backlight. Is oh my god. I don't know what it is about that backlight, but I love that design, especially when he put it side by side with the old version of the Model 3. That to me, that looks gorgeous to me. I think that's going to look super good in person, personally. Yeah, would it qualify for the incentives? Yeah, I would guess it would still qualify for the same incentives, because I believe the Model 3 now gets the full 7,500. Music will sound even more amazing. Yeah, they have 17 speakers instead of 14. Yashu from Hit That Bid. I'm jelly now. Move to the States so you can get it faster. Get out of Canada, bro. All right. Yeah, so I think, let me see here. Please read the comments regarding safety thing, regarding backlights going up. I just help me understand a little bit better. We'll make sure to call it out. Yeah, I think there's a lot going on here. There's a lot going on here with this car. What I really expected out of the Model 3 Highland. Let me take these unwieldy headphones off so I look at least semi-presentable here. I expected them to come out with a car that would allow them to really ensure the Model 3 wouldn't be misplaced once the compact car came out. If you really think about their lineup of Tesla before this was unveiled, they had a Model 3 and a Model Y, where the Model 3 wasn't really that different from the Model Y, if you really think about it. And the Model Y was a little bit more expensive, but you get so much more money for the car. Now with this refresh, you can actually create some separation between the Model 3 and the Model Y as far as feature set goes and the different things that the car can offer. I think what they just did here with the Model 3 Highland points to the fact that the compact car will be the cheapest car by far in Tesla's lineup, especially now that we've learned that this Highland is $42,000 or pounds sterling. So if I do a quick conversion rate, so pounds sterling to US dollars, 42,000 pounds is $53,000 US, right? But we also have to think about all the different exchange rates they have going on over there. Somebody tell me what the starting price of the Model 3 in the UK is before this refresh. Because I wonder if they're going to yank the rear-wheel drive spec and just go with dual-wheel drive because of how they've changed the feature set to be more luxurious. But yeah, I really do think it's going to be that. It's, now you have a Model Y, which is an SUV it's very much an SUV that's very different from the Model 3 now. The Model 3 is a more luxurious, more sporty looking car that's geared towards a little bit more of a premium customer, which that means once, that's not the Cybertruck's its whole beast, and that thing's just going to do its own thing. And the Model 3 having this feature set is also important to ensure that you don't have people not buying a Model 3 and not buying a Cybertruck. Now they'll probably buy the Model 3 now that it's refreshed. And now with the compact car, you can go super Spartan. You can basically take what was the Model 3 from 2016 with that feature set, maybe remove a few more features as well, make it smaller, less range. Now that the Model 3 has 10% more range, and now you could very conceivably sell that car for under $30,000 if you really work hard to get costs out of the system. So that move makes so much sense to me, and it's actually what I was kind of predicting and expecting out of Tesla. So I'm very, 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 very happy with this announcement from the company. Let me see if I can figure out what the price is in the US. So let me spend a few seconds on X, formerly known as Twitter, to find out what the price is going to be in the States. If anybody knows that, please let me know in the comment section below. Tesla 300 tomorrow. I don't, I would be surprised if this announcement moves the needle too much on the stock price, my opinion. But yeah, I think the rear screen is pointless in the Model 3. I disagree. I think whatever Tesla can do to separate the Model 3 from the compact car they're going to release in a year or two, in a couple of years, let's be honest here, by 2025, they need to ensure the separation between the Model 3 and the compact car. And so you should expect more and more luxury type features for the Y and the 3, so that the compact car truly is its own car. It's the absolute cheapest price per mile electric car you can buy. And I think this move reinforces that. So that's my opinion. We'll see if we're right or not. So rear screen will be useful for robotaxi packages at the back. Yep, for sure. Once Tesla releases version 12 to the masses with full self-driving, that back screen is going to be very helpful for those folks. Do you know if Tesla will be coming to my country, Jamaica, anytime soon? I'm sure at some point they'll be in Jamaica and in the other Caribbean islands as well. It'll probably be slow. You can probably import right now, if I were to guess, but it'll take a little while, but they'll get there. Especially, they get so much sun in the Caribbean islands. I feel like Tesla Energy will be such a no-brainer. Charge your car at home every night from the sun. And Jamaica is such a gorgeous country, and you guys get so much sun all the time. So yeah, 53,000 USD is the starting price for this car. So it doesn't look like the one rumor that was out there that this price would actually be cheaper than the current Model 3 is out the window. And I wasn't expecting that. I fully expected, again, this to be a more premium product. And the price is really speaking to this. Configurator is live in Poland. Let me see if the configurator is live in the United States. Let me take a look. And Model 3. Let me go back to home. Let me go vehicles, Model 3. And it doesn't look like it. Custom order. Maybe. No. Let me try doing an incognito window. Sometimes the cache will get stuck and it will show old information. Let me take a look. Custom 3, custom order. Okay. So it looks like they're still rolling it out to the States. 35,000 pounds without VAT. Okay, so it doesn't. So the 42,000 includes the value added tax in the UK. Okay, that's good to know. Thank you very much for sharing. In Australia, standard has gone from 57 to 61. Yeah, not surprised, y'all. I'm not surprised. This is very much, again, this is a car that's designed, in my opinion, to move Tesla for Tesla to make room for the compact car once that's released in a couple of years. Absolutely can't compare UK price by converted to USD. Different countries have such varied prices. Take a look at, yeah, for sure. No, 100%. I just wanted to sort of know what the price was in the UK, but that's a great call out. I appreciate that. Tesla Australia website updated and no performance model, same price to the dollar compared to older versions about to order. Okay, so looks like some people are saying slightly higher, some people are saying the same. In Australia, long range has gone from 70 to 71. Okay, so about $1,000 increase in Australia. Yeah, so the refresh looks to be a little bit more expensive or the same price as the current spec. So really what's happening here is that you're going to get more car for the money. And that looks to be Tesla's strategy. Model 3 Highland is going to be more car for the money and more range for the money. What will the range be? So according to the video, it's going to be about 10% or 12% more range. So if it was about 270 miles before, it'd be about 300 miles now. So yeah, no performance version. Maybe not now, but I would expect them to come out with a performance version at some point in the future once they start ramping up the lines a little bit, and maybe they're missing a few things for the performance version from a supply chain perspective. I knew they were going to release this before Cybertruck. Yeah, I mean, that's I'm happy that they released it. China configuration, go, go, go. And is anybody does anybody have access to China's configurator? Oh, okay. China said configurator, all Model 3 is going to be going on sale. Yeah, I agree with that. If you want a cheap Model 3, look at the used car market. You're going to get a ton of them. Boy, are you going to have access to a ton of used Model 3s in here pretty soon. All right, let's see if we can find out what's going on in the Chinese configurator. Well, let me show this picture real quick here. Here's Sawyer freaking out about the black interior. By the way, thank you all so much for joining me. We almost have 3,000 people watching me live. Crazy. Hello. Hope I'm not taking you away from something more important. But I really very, very much appreciate that you're here with me. So this is what it looks like with the black interior. Yeah, that looks like it looks nice. Sharp. This line right here, to me, when I see that, I'm like, okay, that looks like a more premium car. It feels like you're getting a little bit more of a premium experience in the car. Let's see what Sawyer says about the Chinese. Okay, here we go. This is breaking news from the man who never sleeps. Somebody make a rap for Sawyer and send it to him because he deserves it. The redesigned Model 3 is now live in the configurator in China. It starts at 35,807 for the USD for the Model 3 rear-wheel drive and 40,767 for the long range. Deliveries start in Q4. Yeah, gorgeous. Is that the same as before? Let me know in the comment section below if that price is the same as before and in the thing. Just change the country at the top right corner of the webpage. Am I really that stupid? Let's find out. How stupid am I? Oh yeah. No, I'm definitely dumb. Here we go. Watch this. Ready? Ta-da! Is that China? I'm gonna guess that's China. Okay. Here we go. Custom order, I'm gonna guess. I don't know how to speak Chinese. Okay. Yeah, 259,900 yuan. And the long range is 295,900 yuan. Okay. Very cool. So that's in China. Now, I will try to see if let me try to view it in Spain because I know how to speak Spanish. But that at least is going to be. Let me see if there is a Spain price. España. There we go. Oh yeah, look at that. Saber más. That means learn more. Encargar. What does that mean? Buy it. Yeah, look at that in white, eh? 39,990 euros in Spain for the tracción trasera, which is rear-wheel drive, and motor dual y tracción integral is all-wheel drive, and that one is 49,990 euros. Do let me know what the if that's different from before. So that's white, blue. Ooh. I don't know, man. Stop, man. That telling you those rear lights, bro. Come on, so hot. Look at that. I kind of want to model. Oh my god, and black looks even better. Look at that thing. See, red. I feel like you lose the detail from the rear brake light. You know, looks great in gray. Looks really good in gray. If I were to pick, I would pick white, black, or gray. Those are my colors. Let me know which ones yours are. Then we got the wheels as well. Different looks like new wheels as well. These are the standard ones. They look very different from the current ones. Then you got the premium wheels. That is such a good looking car, y'all. Wow. It's pretty crazy how big of a change a tail light can change, eh? How big of a difference that makes. I think white with this spec right here, maybe black. I don't know. All of them look great, honestly. Yeah, and then here's a little bit more. LED lights look so sick. So here's black. Here's all black, beautiful. Here's white, also gorgeous. Not a lot of the you can see on the door. I feel like there's less material in white than before, but it looks great. I would get it. I'd probably get it. I'd get it in both. I don't know. I wish there was an option where I can swap it depending on my mood. And then you got a bunch of information about the autopilot, which looks exactly the same. Okay, let's see if it's out in the US. You know, the US is last, bro. What are we doing here? I thought we were number one. Let me know what you think in the comments, man. This is exciting. Hopes that this has an upgraded suspension. It does. We did get confirmation that it indeed does have the a suspension upgrade over here. What are the ranges? So let's go back to Spain, and I'll tell you what they are in español, because the American one is not up yet. So based on WLTP, which is what Spain uses for the range, it's 513 kilometers, and long range all-wheel drive. So sorry, this is the. I'm sorry, I'm not even sharing my screen. I'm so bad at this sometimes. Let's do this again. Here we go. Rear-wheel drive, standard range, 513 kilometers, 201 kilometer per hour top speed, 6.10 to 60. Which is that slower? Maybe not. And then 629 miles or kilometers for the long range all-wheel drive, 4.40 to 60, or 4.40 to 60, because we're in Europe now, y'all. And yeah, and 201 top speed. So the top speed is the same for both specs. Thank you. Wheels look so much better. I agree, 100%. Exterior look went from iconic to generic. Did France quit? No. France is still there. It's still there. I think it looks pretty good, man. I think that it very much needed a refresh. Just got here and subscribed. Love your content. How much? Thank you, Joshua. So we're still waiting for the US prices. As soon as I get those, I'll let you know, depending how long we stay on this live stream. At the very least, what I would ask you to do, in case we jump off before we find out what the US prices are, which I don't want to do, we might just sort of stay on here and hang out until those get released. But if in case I do jump out, I do strongly recommend, if you do have X or what's formerly known as Twitter, definitely follow this man right here. He broke all the news here on Twitter/X, and he's phenomenal. Sawyer Merritt, at Sawyer Merritt. The man who never sleeps. He's the GOAT. Make sure you go support him. He's amazing. Okay, here we go. This makes the Model 3 rear-wheel drive in China 12% more expensive than before. So there is, in some regions, it seems like we're still learning. This is breaking news. We're learning that it is a more expensive car, which, again, I am not surprised at all. I'm not surprised at all. Will you trade in your Model Y for this? I will not, because we do want the bigger space. And when we have kids, we bought that car for a purpose. So if we didn't have plans for a child, maybe, but I don't know. I kind of maybe I'm getting older. I kind of like sitting up a little bit higher now. I don't know. Is my life over? Yeah. I'm looking to see if there's any other news on the US spec. Here's more pictures. I'm going to share more pictures as we wait for the US configurator to go live. Thank you all so much for joining me. Really appreciate you. Almost 3,400 people live. Model 3, Tesla just unveiled their brand new Model 3 HIGHLAND spec, which is the refresh. Look at that GIF. That's hilarious. And those are the brake lights, and it looks so good. I think that's probably my favorite thing about this refresh so far. Here's the LED light from the interior, from the driver angle. Beautiful. I'm going to guess you can probably customize the color in the screen. It looks good, man. It's a good looking car. The LEDs go all the way through the rear seat as well. You can see. That's cool. Yeah, so you can change them. Maybe, hopefully it's more than just blue and red. I'm sure there's, it's one of those like RGB, you can sort of go through the spectrum and all that stuff. Thank you, man. Let's show some live and give this man some likes and subs for his hard work. Thank you, Ramnath. I appreciate you, man. Y'all just hang out. Just hang out, kick back, have a drink, have some water. I'm drinking some wine. Funny story. I was watching the Nebraska Huskers game, and then I saw the tweet from Sawyer, and I literally just ran upstairs, and I almost pulled a hamstring getting up here. So, yeah, let me know what your thoughts are, your questions are. Again, I am not surprised by this decision at all. I'm very happy that Tesla went this route with the 3 Fresh to really open up room for the compact car down market. So I'm very happy with that. No hatchback, no. That would take a lot of work. One of the things we have to remember with this car is that it would be unrealistic for Tesla to spend too much time redoing the platform to go from a sedan to a hatchback. It would defeat the purpose of utilizing what you already have built. Otherwise, it would be way too expensive. And then if you do a hatchback, then you start stepping on the Model Y a little bit. And so really the goal here is to create really good separation between the two cars. So, yeah. But that's a good question. The car is a facelift. Yeah, it's a facelift, and it's more than that too. They did quite a bit internally. They changed the suspension. They changed some of the characteristics around the car to make it a little bit more efficient. It's got more range as well. So it's a little bit more than a facelift. There's a lot going on. There's a brand new interior. There's a rear screen as well for the rear passengers. So yeah, I'm getting my Cybertruck whenever I can. We'll see when my reservation comes up. What was the point of this refresh? I feel like Tesla's better than this. Hope it has some big increases in production efficiency. Yeah, it does. You may have joined us late, Aloha, but there is a range increase, lower drag coefficient, brand new interior, brand new suspension, brand new steering wheel. There's a lot of new stuff with this car. A lot of new stuff. So yeah, I would strongly encourage you to maybe rewind a little bit and see what we've covered already, or you can go on CarWow's channel. They have an 8-minute video that you can check out there as well. Does it have hardware 4? It wasn't explicitly announced from what we've seen, but I would be shocked if it doesn't, to be completely honest. I think because Model Ys, all brand new Model Ys, and I think Model 3s, correct me if I'm wrong, but definitely Model Ys have hardware 4, so I would fully expect this car to have hardware 4 as well. 3 a.m. in Germany, need to have some cafe. No better time than now. All right, we'll give it a little bit longer to see if the U.S. prices get announced. We're waiting for the U.S. prices to get announced. Does Warren Redlick theory stick? If you're part of the if you follow Tesla very closely, there's this gentleman called Warren Redlick who covers Tesla as well. He's got some good content for sure, and he had a very specific theory about this car, and I don't think he expected this to happen, but maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, producer wife, hello. What do you think of the car? Should we get it? What do you think? Welcome in. Front and rear casting, it wasn't explicitly said, but I'm quite confident that's the case. I'm quite confident that it will have a front and rear casting. I like it. All right. Looks like we're buying it. Just kidding. Okay. All right. So, and I'm waiting for Sawyer to give me more information so we can bring it live to you. And he's got a lot of information I can't keep up. Okay. So here's what we're going to do, y'all. We are going to check the configurator one more time. One more time. Come on. And then see if the US prices are up. And no, still nothing on the yeah. So if I go on the Model 3 spec page for the US, we're still seeing what now looks like kind of a outdated looking car. Let's leave the stream with a little bit more, with a little bit of the images for those that joined us late to hear what we're talking about. We know the España site has the Model 3 refresh. Look at that thing. We'll let the video play a little bit so y'all can see this. Look at dude, the back lights look so good. Whoa, cool. Sleek, gorgeous. That's nice. Okay, looping. And then we're going to do a couple more pictures. So here's the exterior in white. I'm going to put the other wheels on because it just looks so much better. Side profile. Rear quarter. I can't get over how good those backlights look, man. Stunning. The wheels look nice too. For sure. Interior in black. White. White. Blue. Black. Red. Gray. And then red and gray are brand new colors for the Model 3. Great. All right, one more time. I can't believe the US is so late. Are they sleeping over there? What's going on? Come on. Oh, maybe no, it's because is it time zone? Hold on. It's a time zone thing, eh? It's totally time zone. Is it midnight in Europe? It totally is midnight in Europe. Let me try Portugal. Yeah, you guys. We'll have to wait until the morning for the US prices. Okay. All right. Fantastic. Thank you all so much for joining me. Go on X and follow Sawyer Merritt, please, to go get your latest and greatest Highland news. And then for tomorrow, I'll do a shortened version of this. I'll get everything sort of compiled, all my thoughts all together. I'll have pricing, some analysis put together. But before we leave, let's make sure we give Sawyer Merritt on X a follow. He allowed me to bring a lot of this information to you. So thank you so much, Sawyer. Really appreciate you. Thank you to CarWow for having that video up for us to watch as well earlier. And last but not least, thank you guys so much for stopping in. Super fun. Very curious to see what happens tomorrow from a stock perspective, not financial advice. None of this is financial advice, but really, I'm very excited to see what happens. But anyway, thank you so much. Love you guys. Have a great day. Hope it was informative and helpful. Mwah. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Good night. Oh, and broadcast. It's so bad.